I got bees just all over me. Probably because I smell like Swarm Commander from freshening up the lure on my swarm traps. All right, whoa, this is promising. This is very promising. I actually have bees in the top of this hive. Lots of bees in the top of this hive, actually. So, yeah, this is starting to look good now. Oh yeah, that's better than it's been. They're definitely using that. Yeah, they're starting to draw comb. Sweet, I can see it from here. Okay. I can see it from here. Yep, they're starting to draw some comb. And you know what I didn't do? I filled the 5-gallon external feeder up this morning, and I have not mixed any more sugar water to put in the hives. So I didn't even think about that. I don't have any to fill the internal feeders up. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there. That's all the wax that I had put on it. That's all the wax that I had put on it. Okay. Still my wax. So I see that, yeah, here they go. Now they're starting to draw a little bit of wax, a little bit of comb. So, oh yeah, they're starting to draw comb now. Not as quickly as I would like for them to have been doing. But hey, they've started. Once they start, oh yeah, it's just a matter of time before they get enough in there where she'll move up here and start laying eggs. That's promising though. I'm not gonna stay in this hive too long, because the one I'm really wanting to check is the one on the end, because I know there was a couple of queen cells. See, they're starting to draw that out, kind of. Yeah, on that side too. So they're starting to draw comb in the top box. I don't know what I'm going to do about that middle one getting robbed. So wow. Yeah, there's several bees in there. They've got them hatching out every day, I bet. My smoker was going really well, and now it's trying to fizzle out on me. And I tell you what, now that winter is over, I think I'm going to pull that. Ooh, there was a wasp in there. So, some beetles in there, some cappings. Boy, there sure does seem to be a lot more bees than there was last week. A lot more bees. There's a few. Just a couple, 3 beetles. See if I can make a little bit more room in here. Not much. Oh yeah. Thought those were beetles at first. That's the rear end of some bees. That's all honey. They're starting to cap it. Looks good. So it looks like they've probably filled this bottom box with honey and brood, and they've moved up into the top box. Started to anyway. So we're gonna take that back out. That's a honey frame. That's all honey. That's all honey. I hadn't capped it yet. It's not ready to cap. And there are bees. There are a lot more bees in this hive today than there was last week, because the outside frames were kind of sparse with bees. This week they are pretty full of bees, and I don't see anything in there. There's the queen. So she's on the third. She may be starting to lay. Oh yeah. Well, hold on. No, I didn't see. This is yellow foundation, so it's going to be hard for me to see eggs. I can't see. She's in there. All right. She's in there. So I'm just going to fly through these other, since I found her. I marked her last week, I think, if that's the one I marked last week. Yeah, because I marked one last week. Yeah, see, she's still laying. There's quite a bit of brood. Oh yeah, there's larvae, very small larvae, very, very small larvae. So she's been laying within the last couple of days, brood. So this hive is beginning to come on now. I'm gonna just check real quick, make sure there's not any swarm cells, if I can keep my stinking my smoker. Almost let it die. And it seems like once you almost let it die, it just won't come back like it was. Golly, that's full up. I don't think those are queen cells. Oh, there's one. Does not have an egg in it. I don't think those are queen cells. I think those are drone cells, but I wouldn't swear to it. That is definitely a queen cell. There's 2 queen cells on that one. Boy, I'm glad. Whoop, there's another one. There's 3. So, well, I'm glad I went ahead. I started to just shut it up and not check, but there's 3 queen cells on this one. I need to get my Sharpie out on frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right in the center. Frame 5. see this. Those are all paint pens. Those are all paint pens. That's a Sharpie. Three queen cells on that one. I need to get a smaller Sharpie too. All right. So three queens. If this hive has got queen cells, the other ones are going to be full of them. This one's got, there's another one. Four, there's 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm going to tear those off because those being that low, I'm not even sure they could draw those out all the way to all the full lengths that they'll need them. So I think I'm just going to scrape those off. There's a lot of brood in there. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and scrape all those off. Scrape all that off of there. All right, so right now I still just have the 3 queen cells. Thing about it is, if they need a queen, the 3 queen cells will be all they need. I'm still torn about what to do about queen cells. A lot of people, they want to, you know, they want to scrape them off or pinch them or whatever, you know, they want to destroy them. Well, I did that last year. I had a brand new queen last year in a top bar hive from a package I had bought. And I guess they knew that there was something wrong with that queen because she quit laying. And I didn't realize it until it was too late. No queen cells there. And so I lost that hive. If I'd have just let them, there's a drone cell that's opened. There's a queen cell right there. So that's 4. But they're not drawing it out. They're not, like, for one thing, there's no egg in it. And they're not drawing it out like a peanut. There's another one right there on the very end of the cone. So there's 2 more. That's 5 total. That I can see. 5 queen cells. Okay. And well, like I was saying, a lot of people, they want to pinch them because they don't want their hives to swarm. Other people, they want to wait until they get them sealed, and then they want to cut them out, and then they want to use them for splits, and which I think is probably what I'm going to try to do. Because if they get to the point where they can swarm, then I'm going to go ahead and do a split, probably. But there's 2 more right there. There's 1, 2, 3 more. 4, 5. Holy smoke. No, there's not any on that. So there's 5 queen cells here. I don't see any eggs. I'm assuming those are queen cells. Those may just be drone cells that are backwards. But to me, it looks like they're queen cells. There's 5 on that frame. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 5 right there. None of them have eggs in them. So there's 10 queen cells on this frame alone. Good gosh. They're wanting to swarm, but the problem is they've got plenty of room. They've got more than enough room. They just started drawing comb in that top box. So, well, this may be a little bit more in-depth inspection than I intended for it to be. Ooh, several. Look at all the beetles in that one. I guess they're working. Okay. So there's 10 queen, 10 on that one. 10 queen. I need to get me a Sharpie and keep in my pocket, a small Sharpie. Alright, this one. Are queen, I call them queen cells. They're queen cups. They haven't even had an egg laid in them yet. A lot of brood here, a lot of young brood. There's another queen cup. Those are not. So there's one there. These will be the ones that I'll be surprised if there's not more on them, since they have all that comb on the bottom of a medium. But yeah, there's lots of larvae, lots of brood. I don't see any other queen cells, queen cups, excuse me. What is that doing in there? Well, there's another one right there on the other side that could be a queen cup, but it doesn't look like anything's being done with it. So, all right. Yeah, I think I spilled some oil down in the hive and on those bees. I think that's what that was. So we're looking at 1 on that. So we're looking at 13, 14 queen cells, queen cups. No cells. Wow, okay. This should be all honey. Well, no, there's a bunch of drone brood. And I tore a bunch of it off too. Alright. Bunch of drone brood. There's 2 more queen cups. Okay. I think the reason those tore up is because there's a lot of burr comb on this inside of this box. So I'm gonna scrape it off. Okay. Okay, so far we have 13, 14, about 14 or 15 queen cups. Actually, what I'm going to do too, I know it's going to make it easier for them to be robbed out, but I think I'm going to take this screen off of this right here, and I'm going to let them have that for an entrance, top entrance. Let's see, those would be to the back. All right, that one's good. So 330, is that 14 or 15? I'll just put 14 queen cells. Get this thing smoker going. See, that hive has got a rear entrance too. I didn't realize that until I had gotten it home, that one had a rear entrance and has a top entrance because of that lid. Well, I still don't understand how they were getting in there if they were. I don't think they were though, because maybe they were just eating the condensed water that was on top, because there aren't that many bees inside that. They are definitely using it though. Definitely using it. So if I'm lucky, they're drawing comb in these. Alright, what was I doing? Getting my frame rest. Maybe. Nothing. Nothing. They've done it again. They've attached the bottom of these to the top of the other ones. Or was that the other one, the other hive? I think that was the other hive. So, they are drawing comb. Sweet. I can see well, they're drawing a little bit of comb on that. Okay, well, things are starting to look up anyway. So, you better get out of there. Yeah, they attached that to the top of the bottom frames. Started drawing comb on that. Oh my goodness. What in the heck is that? Whoa, look at that mess. That's the only thing about these frames. I think these frames are made so there's too much room in between them, because I have Mann Lake boxes. These are Mann Lake boxes. These are not homemade boxes. These are Mann Lake boxes, and they're Mann Lake frames, plastic frames. And that is just, oh, that's a mess. Yeah. Okay. Man, you talk about a mess. They're already starting to put honey up in that. And that too. Okay. This is going to be a pain. They're drawing on that. They're drawing on that. That's good. That's good. That is going to be a mess. Look at that. Really? They're drawing on that. Starting to anyway. Looks like they're starting on that. Okay. Starting. This is attached to the top of the other frames. So and they haven't done anything with those yet. Okay, well, good thing is they're starting to draw honey, starting to draw comb, I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave some space. I'm gonna wait until I get them all put back in first, but I'm gonna leave some space between the wall and the outside frames, and I'm gonna leave space on both sides of the outside frames, because that way maybe they'll draw those out for honey. And then this is gonna be yeah. It looks like the box, as far as population, has just kind of exploded, but their comb and building comb is kind of lacking, well, what I want them to do. They may know exactly what they think they want to do, and maybe right on the mark. But for what I want them to do, this is a mess. Golly. All right. Several beetles in that. Several. I got a feeling this is all going to be cross-combed and a mess. Well, they've actually started putting honey up in that one. That one's starting to get a little heavy. That one's got quite a bit of honey in it. They hadn't even finished drawing it out. Barely even started on the other side. Wow. Golly. All right. What? Get out. Wow, they are building, just freaking building burr comb everywhere. I'm fixing to kill a bunch of bees if I just start scraping. See, this is all honey. I don't know what they're thinking. Because that's all honey. Nope, it's not either. There's a bunch of brood down in there. There's a queen cup. So there's one. But she's there. I mean, is that? No, that's not the queen. She's in here because there's like very small, very small larvae. I can't see eggs. Of course, my eyes are too bad to see eggs, but I can see larvae. And this is the one where I still haven't found the queen. But I know she's here. This will be the third inspection in a row where I haven't seen the queen. So if she's in there, she's very elusive. Tell you what I'm going to do while I'm thinking about it is I'm going to start And this is also the hive that is kind of a little more aggressive than the rest of them. In this hive, I have several of them that try to run me off every time I get into the hive. The other hives aren't too bad about just continually buzzing around my face and all that kind of stuff, but this one seems to be a little more aggressive than the other ones. Alright. Let's see what's going on with this one. Wow, she's definitely here. I mean, she's definitely here, but the problem is I haven't found her. But she's definitely there. I mean, there's just brood. That's one of those where she had started laying brood before they had even finished drawing it out. But look at it, it's all capped. It's all, and there's even very tiny, very tiny larvae in some of those bottom cells there. So she's definitely here somewhere. I really would like to be able to find her, mark her though. Sure would make life easier. Get that burr comb off of there. Yeah, it sure would make life easier if, yeah, see, there's some larvae down there in some of those small bottom cells. She was filling frames. I mean, absolutely filling frames. So I can't see the queen yet, so I'll continue to search. I'll drop my hive tool. This box is full of bees now. There's no reason for them not to go up into that other box. Golly, that is just packed. There's a queen cup. All the queen cups look about the same size. None of them look like they have eggs. None of them look like they've actually drawn them out, like they're trying to make a queen yet. But they got the cups ready to go. So whenever she starts laying eggs in them, I see larvae in there in the empty spots. Oh yeah. So, boy, I sure would like to be able to see her. Okay. This hive here is much more aggressive, much more active than the other two hives there. Switch sides here. Oh goodness gracious, that's full of brood. This hive is fixing to explode. I mean, there's gonna be so many bees. There are already a bunch of bees in this hive. If they'll continue up in that top box, I'll be happy. I just put that top box on last week, so this hive here is outdoing the other two hives just by leaps and bounds. I mean, it's crazy how much better they're doing than the other two hives. It's a drone. Still haven't seen her. Golly. Oh, I wish I could fix that mess. There's no telling how many queen cells there are in all that mess there. But I know at least there are some queen cells here, some queen cells on the other, in the other hives. Queen cups. I keep calling them queen cells. There's a queen cup. Right there. Right there. Still haven't seen the queen. A lot of baby bees. Oh man. Gosh. There's a baby bee emerging right there. Still haven't seen the queen, but I know she's there. She's got to be. There's entirely too many. Whoa! There's that piece of comb that wants to collapse and move around on us. There are several beetles in that one too. Golly. The scary thing is when this colony gets big enough to fill 2 deeps, they're gonna be a pain in the rear end as far as just having them all over your head and around. Golly, they fill that up. Boy, I hope that's just burr comb there, or cross combing that tore out and not anything. That's all capped. Golly. They've got all that ready for her to lay in. She might be on that frame. I don't see her. I really don't. Doggone. I'm starting to get frustrated with this, not being able to see the queen in this box. See, all that's capped, and whatever they don't have drawn out, they don't have enough drawn out to do anything else. All that's full. This they do. This is, she can actually lay some eggs in this one. Okay. Well, I don't think she'll be on the next two, but you can't ever tell. So I'm gonna check. Boy, there. Just not happy with me being in here. Well, she tried to sting me. There's a stinger right there in my glove. Luckily it didn't go through. It did stick in the glove though. Golly, another one. There it is. Okay. Where's the queen? Come on, show me the queen. Show me the queen. Like I said before, she could be in amongst any of that crap that's in all that Burr comb. Probably what happens when I start smoking them, she runs to all the crevices and stuff in there. I see some larvae in there, so she's been on this frame. Lord, I couldn't tell if she was in all that mess there. She's definitely in the box. I mean, there's too much brood in here for them to be queenless. So I'm gonna check this one last frame and see what condition it's in. I don't expect to find a queen on it because it's going to be all honey. Yeah, they're putting up honey on it. So, yeah, they're still drawing that out too. So, there's some Burr comb on the side of that box though. Scrape it off. Alright, I'm putting them back in. I know she's there. I know they're drawing out comb. This one, what I have, 3 or 4 queen cells. If I don't quit dropping stuff, something's gonna sting me on the rear end. 3, 30, 4 queen cups. Well, nope. Well, there's bees. There are lots of bees in the top. And they have been using they have been using the feeder. So they have been using the feeder. Question is, are they drawing comb? Yes, they're drawing comb and they're cross combing. Wonderful. Where's my hive tool? There it is. Yes, they are drawing comb and they are cross combing to beat all. Nothing there, maybe. Looks like it. Nothing there. Well, maybe just a little bit, but nothing substantial. Okay, they're starting to draw comb there. And they stuck those two frames together. I think it was because there was too much room. So, yeah, that was... Wow. Man, look at that mess. At least they're trying to get up in the top box now. Thing about that is they won't build that back unless I leave room for them to build it, and I don't intend to leave room for them to build. Yeah, they've stuck that down. Golly, on the back side of that too. All right. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, that's gonna be real fun. So they've actually started putting honey up in this side. All right. Let me get... Look at this mess. They're cross combing to beat all. I don't know why I just dropped that in there. I know. Got a good mind to just scrape it off. That one actually had honey. Some of that had honey in it. That looks pretty. But, so they're starting to draw a comb on the top. Just very messy. Very, very messy. So this is going to have to be, oh gosh. All right. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. We're going to go put these back in here. Well, all right. This box Since it's not very heavy. It's getting heavier though. Since it's not very heavy, it's going to go right over here. Look at that mess. Where's my smoker? Y'all need to move. And I'm going to scraping. Man, look at that. What I was saying a while ago, I don't know why the Mann Lake plastic frames leave so much room inside a Mann Lake box. You would think that they would, especially stuff that's their own, it would all match up real well, but it doesn't. It leaves quite, the plastic frames anyway, they leave quite a bit of room between the frames. And I mean, for honey frames, I don't see a big problem with that. Yeah, for honey frames, I don't see a problem with that, but for brood frames, in a brood box like this, I mean, it would be a mess, which it is. So, this is going to be a mess. I can already tell. It's already, I mean, it's cross-combed. It looks like they've filled the box just about. All right, let's start on this end. Seems to be fewer bees on that end, so I may have misspoken though. Okay, that's heavy. That's all honey. Yep, sure enough, it's all honey. Wow, that's all honey. That's all honey. That's heavy. I can see how a deep full of honey would weigh 100 pounds. Those things got a lot of weight to them if they're full of honey. That's why I'm going with the mediums for honey. Well, I'm not sure what they're doing there. I don't see any eggs. There's all honey right there. I don't see any eggs. It looks like they may be getting it ready for eggs though, because it looks like it's got maybe some royal jelly in the very bottom of the cells. Oh, okay. There she is right there. There's the queen. There's a queen cup. This is the one that had two that I know of, and probably had several more, because I think I missed a couple on the, when I went back and watched the video, that I missed a couple. So, we're going to find out. That piece of Burr comb there could be problematic. There's a queen cell, queen cup. Lots of brood. See, I'm not sure. They may be trying to supersede her because she's kind of been spotty right there. They're trying to put honey in the spaces right there. So she was on the 4th one over. That's not too spotty. It's pretty good, actually. There's one queen's cup, 2, 3, 4. None of them have eggs in them. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Where did I see the other one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 on that one. It's that time of year. They're wanting to swarm. I don't really have the bees for them to swarm, though. I'd kind of like them to stay where they're at. If they're trying to supersede her, that's one thing. But if they're wanting to swarm, that's another. All I can do is just try to catch them when they swarm, because last year I kept pinching queen cups, and it just, the hive ended up dying. See, she's kind of spotty. They may be trying to supersede her. She doesn't have a real good pattern. So I don't know if I want to. If they actually see, there's 2 more. That would be 6. This is a new frame too. That's pretty solid right there. I mean, there's some spots in there that aren't, but that's pretty solid, so she may not be too bad. A lot of that is empty. I said 1, 2, so that makes 6 queen cups. Spotty brood though. That's pretty solid. Over here it's kind of spotty. They're actually filling it with honey. That's pretty solid on that side, but like I said, on this side it's pretty spotty. There's another one. That's 7. Yep. No egg. 8. There's another one. So that's 8. And I haven't even gotten to the... Oh, I guess maybe that one was the one that I saw. There's a stinger in my glove. If I don't watch out, it's going to end up getting on me. Alright, so one more frame. So we got 6, 7, 8. We got 8 in that one. My memory's terrible. 8 so far. This should all be honey. Oh, yeah, no, there's some brood there. This is on the outside. No, there's not a queen cup. The drone. I don't see any more. So we got 8 on this one. 8 queen cups. Cross combing. Okay, this one make it a little. I meant to do this on the other box and I completely forgot about it. So there's that one. Okay, that one. I'm gonna leave them a little space in between each. Except on the middle. I'm gonna leave some space so they can draw those out for like honey frames. Okay, see if that'll work. Keep them from cross-combing too bad. I got some space in between the 3 outside ones and the 4 or the 6 outside ones. The 4 inside ones are all pressed together. So hopefully that will work. I'm gonna just carry feeder and all over here and set it down. Try to get it there. Okay.